So I went to Michael's and I was just looking for some crochet thread, and I noticed that there was a huge increase in the yarn aisles, and I wanted to take a look and just share with you some of the things that I saw. This first yarn here is Loops and Threads cotton, 100% cotton, and it's these gigantic, I think it's 667 yards of cotton, 350 grams, and they have variegated colors and solids. And I thought it was really cool because, typically cotton comes in those really small, like 100-gram balls. And these are huge balls of cotton yarn, which is so incredibly convenient. So it calls for a 4 or 5 millimeter hook. Yeah, 664 yards. Um, this is like a ivory color. The price is a little high, $16.99, but if you have a coupon, if you see here, these are the smaller skeins of cotton. Then there were some other yarns that I don't think are new. I've seen these before, but they're really pretty. The heathered bamboo for $7.99. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the prices on yarn have gone up so much. Um, I was just showing that the heather bamboo, it splits a lot. This is the bulky twist. Very unique texture. It feels like cotton and maybe an acrylic blend. I think I zoomed in on the label. If I don't, I'm sorry. I'll try to put more information maybe in the comments or something. But yeah, the bulky twist is nice. It does have a nice feel to it. Would make a nice blanket. And a lot of colors, variegated and solids. And over here is the 24/7 cotton. 749 just seems really high to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if you agree, but I feel like yarn is just so incredibly expensive these days. Loops and Threads, they have a bunch of kits. And Big Twist, is now available at Michael's. I'm not exactly a fan of Big Twist, so I kind of just walked right by those. But and then this was like one of the polyester yarns that you would use for beginners, like those kits for beginners, the Woobles. That was just randomly placed on a shelf. I'm not sure where they were in the store. Karen's, these were really nice. This was a really nice ball of yarn. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. Sweetie cakes. And the texture felt really nice. Then they had, this reminded me of like the macchiato cakes, but let's see. Over here, this cotton, the cotton cakes, they've been around forever. These are the variegated. I didn't see any of the solids though, and I have a pattern that calls for the solids, so I was looking for them, just kind of browsing through, and I didn't see it, but there's a ton of the Karen cakes. Not exactly new. We've seen these before. This is one of my favorite colors. But I think maybe there's some new colors in here. I haven't gone yarn shopping so long because I was just like, gosh, there are never any new colors. But this caught my eye. This was absolutely stunning. A macchiato cake. I'm not sure what the name of the color is. I'm sorry, I'm moving so quick. I can't even see it. There's the color. It's a bulky 5. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm like, I will definitely go back and get that. But $14.99, not exactly in the budget right now. But these colors are stunning, and I could just see that, in the fall and winter, maybe a blanket, sweater. Look at that. I mean, these colors are just absolutely amazing. This one is also very gorgeous. All those reds and yellows and oranges, and Karen definitely comes out with these amazing colorful combinations. So skimming around again, the funfetti cakes. It's so sad to see some of this yarn completely falling out of the labels, but it's really nice. The Funfetti cakes. And then over here, this was the merino or the luxe merino, and it feels like straight up wool. It was not very soft at all. I don't know why they would call it luxe. It's definitely wool. So if you're into the scratchy wool, then you might really like that. For $9.99 a ball, I thought that was a little high. I thought all the prices were high. It's just crazy how expensive the yarn is now in the big box stores. These cakes were really pretty. The tiramisu cakes, I thought that was really gorgeous. That would make a nice scarf. Um, there were different colors. I'll zoom in on all of the colors for you. It's really, really pretty. They say it's a number 4. I thought that it felt more like a 5, but I don't know. Maybe just you could use a 5, 6 millimeter, whatever size hook, depending on the, whatever you're making. But the colors were really pretty. And then this one here is the upside down cakes. I think these are new. I'm not sure. I've never seen them before. A lot of great colors, once again, from Yarnspirations Karen Cakes. It's just, they come out with some of the most incredible ideas. This one here, so pretty. I love these colors. This color combination is beautiful, especially when you throw that green in there. It's called Peanut Brittle. Very, very pretty. I absolutely love that. I might have to go and pick one of those up. Then the blues and greens in here. It's just, I love the colors. So bright and vibrant. This one, oh my goodness, talk about soft. So incredibly soft. The cloud cakes. And really, that is the best name because it was so, so soft. I believe it's a number 3. Nope, it's a number 4. And it's 100% polyester. Super soft. Look at this. I think this is also the upside down cake again. Yep. Beautiful bright colors. If you're into the real bright, bright colors. I'm more of a earthy tone kind of gal. But I do love to look at the bright colors, especially on the Yarnspiration Karen Cakes. So I thought that little section was really nice. Then you come more textured yarns for like amigurumi, the loops and thread. I think it's like a Luxe Chanel, something like that. What is it? The craft velvet. That's it. I'm not really into velvet yarns. I don't make any amigurumi, but this one was very soft. I will give you that. It was really, really soft, so I wouldn't mind cuddling up to something made with this yarn. More of the Chanel yarn. Then we get over to the section where there's like a lot of, I call it like the baby section. You get more of the pastel-y colors or, like the confetti looking yarn, the lighter colors. And it just looks like yarn you would use to make baby blankets. I thought this one was really pretty. But again, $8.79 for a ball. It's just, I just feel like it's so expensive because you think about what you need to make a project. You're going to have to pick up, 4 or 5 balls of yarn depending on the yardage. And I mean, my goodness, just not in the budget. But this was really pretty. I thought this one was really pretty, especially for like a baby girl blanket. Yeah, really nice. I couldn't believe how many aisles of yarn they had. It used to be, I think, like 2 aisles double-sided and then 1 half side, so like maybe 4 aisles. And I swear now it's about 6, maybe, I don't know. I didn't even count, but It was definitely more aisles and end caps than I've ever seen before. So I think Michaels is really trying to expand on their yarn selection. A lot of the same, but it also looked like a lot of new stuff was coming out as well. Loops and threads, I think a lot of their yarn, I think it looks pretty, but I'm not a fan of the texture. Um, this one was kind of unique. This one felt really nice. Nice colors. A little bit of clearance yarn. Now the Karen's, this one, the mosaic. I love this yarn. This yarn is amazing. And, excuse me, the colors. I mean, look how vibrant those colors are. They are absolutely gorgeous. But $10.99 for a ball of this yarn. And I don't know. It's Karen Simply Me Mosaics. The colors are absolutely stunning. The texture, like crocheting with the yarn, is great. It's a little splitty, so I'd recommend having a really good crochet hook, but it's gorgeous. It's so nice to work with. And I love the color selection. If you get the more muted colors, like there's two colors in this ball, it's $9.99. But if you get the mosaic with like multicolor, like three or more colors, like this one here, it would be $10.99. Still very pricey. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that it's a little cheaper on Amazon. So I would look these up on Amazon. If you can get them for less than $9.99 and $10.99, then go for it. I definitely recommend this yarn though. Really, really nice. Such pretty colors. Gosh, I wanted to buy everything. I wanted to buy so many balls of yarn, but I didn't buy anything. Not in the budget this week, but I would like to go back. And I think I want to go back with an actual project in mind. Right now, I have a massive yarn stash, and I don't want to continue to feed the stash until I've gotten rid of some yarn. So I was just there to really just see what was in stock and admire the pretty colors. This is the Karen Smash Cakes. They were $14.99. Very unique colors. Not exactly my style, but very unique. I think they would make like nice scarves. Yeah, I think I saw that one on another side of the store. That's another thing. The yarn is kind of like thrown all over the place. So you have to look in different corners and crevices, and you'll find like a one color stashed one place, and then another color stashed in another area. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I already own some of the cinnamon swirl cakes in this color, and I wanted to get another ball because I think I want to make like a blanket or a triangle scarf using this yarn. But again, not in the budget this week, so yeah, I need to get rid of some of my yarn before I start adding new yarn. But Karen, the Yarnspirations Karen Cakes, once again, amazing colors. You can't go wrong with some of these color combinations. Beautiful. So I think that was it. My Michael's run for crochet thread turned into a little video. You see here they're adding the fabric. Since Joann Fabric went out of business, they started adding fabric to their stores. So yeah, they're expanding, they're cleaning up, they're emptying some of their aisles. I'm happy to see that. I wish they would improve on the lighting. They could really improve the lighting because it's hard to see some of the colors in some of the aisles. But all in all, it was an interesting trip to Michael's. I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, this last aisle here is just going to be a bunch of the same stuff that you always see at Michael's. And then the real bulky chenille yarn used for blankets and stuff. And that's not really something I'm into. Red Heart Super Saver, they just kind of threw you to the side. I don't even know why Red Heart is sitting there on the shelves because there's so many other options. But yeah, it was a good trip. Hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe head over to Michael's. You might be surprised at what you come across. All right.